Hi guys, welcome to our first newsletter of 2020. We wanted to record a short video because we can say so much more in a video than we can writing in a newsletter. So thank you for clicking on this video. We know that takes a lot these days. So thank you for joining us and welcome, Jamie.
Thank you. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I'm so excited to be able to share all this information and all this new perception that both Jillian and I have had in the last few months. So it just makes it all very exciting.
Yeah, so basically our year began with this, we kind of exploded in 2020 on the back of our Christmas lecture series, which was a huge success. And what I mean by that is because they're always good. Our lectures are always great fun. They're always really well received. And but what I mean by great success was we got a lot of feedback from participants that really told us that it shifted something very real for them that affected their relationship with their horse and their riding for real, so it was really really powerful. And what we stumbled across was a new way of looking at what you've been teaching for the past 25 years and a new way to understand it. And that came on the back of a quote that we published or posted that came from a clinic that you were teaching, which was that the one that we've posted a lot now, that is in all your 25 years of observing and teaching riders, in almost all ridden problems, the horse is never the problem, which is, then we go on to say, which is great news, because that means if you're the problem, you're also the solution. So You Are the Solution became the inspiration and the title for our Christmas lecture series. And this is what broke new ground for a lot of people. So coming into 2020, from the back of that, we want to share a little bit of that new perspective with you guys right now. And our first seminar, here's what we said about it. We limit ourselves on the ground and in the saddle by believing what we think about what we feel and perceive about our horses and our physical bodies, subconsciously blocking and sabotaging our true connection with our horse. So this was how we went into looking at, if we are the solution, how are we the solution? And this is how we went into it. So do you want to just let us know what we limit ourselves by believing what we think about what we feel, which led us into the whole subject of feel and awareness.
Sure. Thank you. So you guys have often heard me say, don't believe what you think about what you feel, because quite often what we believe about what we're feeling or what we think about what we believe about what we feel is incorrect, especially when it comes to the horse, what you feel in the horse, in your body. So that leads us to we're the solution. And if we're the solution, we have to look a little bit deeper into ourselves than we have. Now, in the past, I have stayed away from teaching a different way of feel, like how do you feel? And what you feel is based on, for the most of us, what we're thinking. I feel something, what am I thinking about that? And so that's where the belief comes in. So I started to really look into my past experience of myself being trained in deeper levels of feel. And, the first layers of feel, we feel with skin and hair. Everybody does that really well. The second layer is we start to feel with muscle and fascia, like we feel muscle, either pressure from us or pressure from the outside, pressure on the fascia. And we translate that into a thought about what it is. We are looking at a much deeper level of feel in the bones and the marrow, more like pressure. And when we talk about transferring force, like the cycle of force, receiving and redirecting, that's what we have to get to the bone and marrow of it, literally. so that we can respond differently as opposed to react the way we always react. And that got us into the physical body, where if you don't change your belief, and the belief happens in the neuroscience in your brain, meaning you have a belief that's firing, at 400ths of a second, chemical responses and electrical impulses in your brain, you will react the same way in your body. It's not until we get under that and find this state of calmness and quietness, this inner awareness that I've been just drawing out on the chart for myself up here, where we use the mind to expand our awareness, and that expanded awareness is stillness, right? And that's where the horses live. They live in this expanded awareness of stillness, and then they respond calmly, right? We will respond calmly with this expanded awareness, and we can look inward, deeper inward. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm teaching techniques that I haven't in the past taught, because I didn't realize how relevant it was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I've had to take away the old Chinese internal arts healing language to make it more simple, very simple, even though it's a very complex inner workings of the human body,
mm-hmm.
which is very exciting.
And the exciting thing is, when you were saying horses live there, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would suddenly think, well, I can remember my horse standing up on its back end when it didn't like something. They're not always still, but they do
Mm-hmm.
respond to us, and they mirror us exactly. So if we're not still, they won't be still. If we are still, they'll come into stillness with us. And it's more natural for them to live there. They're more naturally reside in that space. So if we can find it, then our awareness expands and feel expands.
Yeah, so if I may, we talk about the stillness of the mind, the stillness of the body,
mm-hmm.
the stillness, not stillness of the breath, but the quietness of the breath, the absolute consistency of the breath, regardless of the technique we're using. Because horses will connect to us when we're still and calm,
mm-hmm.
without it, spoken or unspoken. Irritation, agitation in your body is as loud as a yell to them. So we're seeing that as very profound. And where I get to take it a step deeper, and Jillian's been fantastic at guiding me through this and helping our mutual friends and clients, is that when you get on the back of the horse, your body speaks a language that we don't even know. Mm-hmm. We're illiterate at the language that our own body is speaking.
Yeah, we're not
chemically, electrically, through muscle tension. And we can't really change that language or understand it until we get very still in ourselves and start to make those physical changes. Again, the difference between reaction and response.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So in 2020, you are going to be able to bring this new perspective to clinics, and you'll be teaching it.
Absolutely.
We can look forward to that.
I'm excited next week, or not next week, but in a few weeks, back to my friends in Arizona and my other friends that are coming to Arizona in the dead of winter to get some of that heat. And that clinic is a fantastic place where we just start to make a more still, deeper, quieter connection. That's extremely powerful, extremely powerful.
Wonderful. Am I hearing something going off?
Yes, you are. You're hearing somebody Skype. So I don't want to break this flow. So I'm going to go turn that off.
Okay.
And you can continue telling them what we're going to do.
I will. All right. So you already said that Arizona, he will be in Cave Creek, Arizona, and that is on the 28th, 29th, and 30th of March. Then we have our spring lectures. So gosh, the Christmas lectures were so impactful, but as usual, we were all left hanging a little bit with all this new information. So we felt it was the right thing to do another series of lectures in the spring. April, we're going to do them on April, so it's going to be 3 Saturdays in a row, just like we always do. So April 4th, April 11th, and April 18th, we're going to do 3 seminars for our spring lectures, and they will be a follow-up to the Christmas ones. Now, if you didn't partake in the Christmas lectures, you can still buy them. You can still buy the recordings. So you're not excluded. You'll still benefit a lot from the spring lectures. They will stand alone as well as being a follow-up to the Christmas. But if you joined us for the Christmas lectures, the spring lectures will be a real support in your learning to take what you learned forward into your writing and into your life, really. It's that deep. So so we have the spring lectures in April. Then into May, you are all over the place. You're in Gardnerville, Nevada. You're in Boston, Massachusetts. You're in North Branch, Minnesota. That's a new clinic we're excited about. Colfax in Iowa, Claremore, Oklahoma, and gosh, on and on it goes. So check out the website, clinic schedule for the full year's events. But those are the ones coming up shortly where you'll be in and around and teaching this new stuff.
Yes, and if you haven't been to a clinic, it'll be so fantastic to have you join us and meet everyone. We're all on this journey together, this inward journey, and I only have my limited vocabulary to explain the things that I feel, that I want you to feel. And it's so nice to have a community that we all work together. And that's one of the things that's new, a conscious choice of mine to, in the lectures, start giving homework in between lectures so that you guys, and again, this goes right in line with this, we have to change our awareness of our bodies. And there's so many ways to do that, through video, watching ourselves, which is always terrifying. And so these lectures, there's homework in there for you guys to do, because they're going to, I believe, lead into an online education system, online courses, so that those of you who can't make it to a clinic can still get the benefit of this. So it's just moving that direction, but they're so powerful. There's so much information, and the thing that I'm making sure that happens, and I know it's happening from your feedback, is that when you do these simple things, I get these amazing emails on how profound it was.
And you're getting these emails from people all over the world that have never, some of them who've never met you.
Right.
Yeah, so we know that it can help over a distance.
Yeah, it's a really fantastic.
So if you can't get to a clinic, then you have the spring lectures coming up. Also, if you just check out the website, there are other ways to get lessons. You can get online lessons this year if you can't make it to a clinic, or you can host your own clinic. If you can't get to a clinic or there isn't one near you, you might want to consider having James out to you. And all of those details are on our website, www.ridefromwithin.com. Check it out there.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Do you have something else to say? You look like you're about to say something else.
No, I'm just excited and want to start the lecture right now, but I'll wait.
Oh, hang on. Okay, all right.
Yes.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you. Hopefully we'll both meet you this year. If not, have a fantastic year, whatever you do. Hope it's your best yet.
Okay.
Bye-bye.